Well, good Tuesday morning to you. Hope you're having a great start to the day. Let me introduce myself, my host. My name is Monica Adams. I am your host of the Real Monica Adams Show. And if you are in our St. Louis, Missouri area, let me tell you to bundle up. It is very cold this morning. I forgot to wear a heavier coat, mainly because in my mind, I'm forward thinking that it is going to be much nicer a little bit later on. And then we get into this beautiful warm stretch. However, our friends in the Northeast cannot say the same. And actually, several kids are seeing maybe the first time ever of having their classes called off because of the amount of snow that they got. We'll talk about Massachusetts and New Jersey and New York. All of those family and friends that you have in those areas, please check on them because we're talking about some experiencing 3 feet of snow. I cannot even wrap my brain around that. We have news you can use coming up besides weather, a quick little sports story for you, and what's happening in our news, in our National Day of Calendar. And then we get a chance to talk about dogs. That's right. We've got dogs that are going to be on set with us today with Stray Paws Rescue and their big gala that's coming up. Can't wait to talk about all of that. So let's get right into it. We'll start off with the weather. Again, if you're in St. Louis, Missouri, Southern Illinois, this is the forecast that I'm going to give you. And then we're going to talk about what's affecting the entire country. So for today, again, it is in the 20s to 30s in some areas this morning. 56 though for our high today, down to 36 tonight. Now tomorrow and Thursday, we do have a 40% chance of rain. Wednesday, it's coming into the evening. Thursday, it is in the morning, but highs will be in the low 50s. We get into Friday and Saturday. It looks amazing. So enjoy that. Maybe make some plans to go out to lunch or dinner outside. 66 and sunshine on Friday. Saturday, we're talking 67 with partly sunny skies. And then on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there is a chance of precipitation. It's coming in the form of rain or maybe a mix Sunday and Monday, and then all rain expected for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's because Sunday's high is going to be 45, but we're coming off of 33 from Saturday night. So that could be a mix. We'll find out with Beckett when we talk to him on Friday. We get into next week and we're pretty much seeing upper 40s to low 50s until we get to Thursday. And then we're getting back into the upper 50s. So no mention of really cold weather as we head into this weekend, which is great news. As we have been talking about, if you have family or friends in the Northeast, 3 feet of snow, you heard me right, in some areas. Absolutely crazy. We're talking blizzard conditions. And for those that may have had flights or they're checking to see if delays or cancellations, I would guarantee you that that is going to be the case. So in Massachusetts, this is what it looks like. Residents truly digging out from this historic blizzard. Again, 3 feet of snow. I've never seen anything like that. I just always think about back in, what was it, 82, 83? Remind me if you live in this area. I was just a young kid, and I remember making forts because of the amount of snow we had. But we're only talking about a foot and just over a foot in that time period. Residents now, there's travel bans that are applying in Bristol and Plymouth, Barnstable, Dukes counties in Massachusetts. Although motorists are urged to stay off the roads throughout the state, violations, they can be penalized with a $500 fine. The speed limit on the Mass Pike has been reduced to 40 miles per hour. So in Massachusetts, the snow emergency in Boston has been extended until at least 6 o'clock tonight. According to authorities, 25 communities have declared local states of emergency. Cities and towns opening their warming centers and their shelters. We're talking about massive power outages, about 250,000 customers across eastern Massachusetts. And again, travel ban details, and those are going to be for those that have possibly a flight. You would check with your carrier for any bans and cancellations. But again, New York, New Jersey, all those in the Northeast experiencing some form of snow, but in some areas, as I mentioned, up to 3 feet. All right, today is a big day in the White House. President Trump set to deliver the second term first State of the Union. So what can we expect from this? Trump's assessment of the State of the Union, the collection of 50 states and territories that fall under the federal government. It comes after a year that's been nothing short of transformative in the country. The United States President Donald Trump set to deliver the first annual speech. The election capped a stunning comeback for a president many expected to be relegated to the political wilderness after a definitive election loss to former President Joe Biden in 2020. A year into his second term, and those criminal investigations have essentially turned to dust. The so-called January 6 rioters have been pardoned. Trump heads an executive branch molded in his likeness and oversees a loyalty-first cabinet of officials cheerleading his most controversial policies on trade, the economy, immigration, foreign policy, and intervention. Still, the president's approach spells a punishing midterm season ahead for the Republican Party, which will be trying to hold on to control of both the Senate and the House of Representatives come November. So when and where will the speech be? He will deliver that at 9 p.m. local time. So that will be 8 o'clock our time in front of members of the 100-member Senate and the 435-seat House. We'll, of course, recap the main things of that speech coming up for you in your news you can use tomorrow. All right, I was heading in this morning and a friend of mine sent me a text and said, "Did you see this news?" I had just seen it as I stepped into the car. And for many of you, you might just be hearing this. Massage Luxe customers, heads up, there was a closure to some of the locations that you may have gone to. So what legal action is going to take place here? A locally founded spa franchise is being sued by 3 St. Louis County franchisees for allegedly closing operations without their knowledge or their consent. According to court documents, the lawsuit was filed on Friday against RIR Holdings LLC, formerly known as Massage Luxe International, by the franchisees in Rock Hill, in Brentwood, and in Kirkwood. The lawsuit accuses the franchise of abruptly sending a termination letter late Thursday night and ordering these locations to stop all the operations immediately. Phone lines were shut off, banking information was changed, and the franchisees stated that despite Missouri law requiring a 90-day notice of a franchise shutting its doors, they did not even give 90 minutes. So there are many that are wondering what can be done. The franchisees of the Rock Hill, the Brentwood, and Kirkwood locations asked for a temporary restraining order in the lawsuit, blaming the holdings for their loss of customers, the employees, and the reputation. I do not think this is the end of this story. If you, in fact, are a Massage Luxe customer, did you all of a sudden just kind of show up one day last week thinking that the doors would be open and they were closed? Frustrated, I'm sure, at the location itself, but it looks like the franchisees couldn't do anything about it. All right, in other news, St. Louis Public Schools. Now, parents, you'll have to let me know what you think about this. They're proposing a change to start times, and then we're going to talk about some of the pros that you could see from this. St. Louis Public Schools considering what the district is calling Thrive Time. So that would create later start times for the 26-27 school year. They currently run a 3-tier system. Schools starting at 7:10, 8:15, or 9:15. The new proposal would move the district to a 2-tier system where schools either start at 8 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. So what do you think about that? So they're talking about some pros to this. You know, the kids get to sleep in a little bit more, but academic improvement, increasing sleep, and decreasing screen time. So you let me know. I think the kids might be excited by it, but parents and educators, what do you think of that? I always want to make sure we do follow-up stories. Now, you'll remember us talking about the son of Rob Reiner. Well, now he's returned to court yesterday. He's pleading not guilty in the killing of his parents. So this is the latest news. Nick Reiner, the 32-year-old son of the Hollywood luminary Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, pleaded not guilty yesterday to 2 counts of first-degree murder more than 2 months after their deaths, denying for the first time that he fatally stabbed his parents. We will follow that story, and again, any new information that comes about it, we will pass that along to you, but that is the latest. All right, you're probably going to recognize this next actor, unfortunately passing away. Actor Robert Carradine, who played Lizzie McGuire's dad, died at the age of 71. The actor, best known for his roles in the 1984 cult classic Revenge of the Nerds and the Disney Channel series Lizzie McGuire, has died at 71. A member of the family said that Robert was a beautiful soul, a beacon of light to those around him. His family said in a statement, his career spanned 5 decades and included roles in numerous movies and TV shows. He's best known for that starring role as Lewis in Revenge of the Nerds, and again playing Lizzie McGuire's father, Sam, in the Disney Channel series Lizzie McGuire. He is survived by his 3 children, including actress Ever Carradine, and many again saying that their heart is hurting today. I will tell you that I looked at the story from KMOV, and the very first thing that I saw was an editor's note that talked about a discussion about suicide. So if you know of someone in crisis, help is available by calling 988. Now, Are you a fan of Jersey Shore? I used to watch this. You'll probably recognize Snooki. This is unfortunate news she just came out with. The Jersey Shore star Nicole Snooki Polizzi diagnosed with cancer. She shared her health update after getting the results from her recent biopsy. She said it came back stage 1 cervical cancer. Obviously not the news she was hoping for, but she said not the worst news because they caught it so early. That's the good news. And she's stressing the importance of women getting routine pap smears. So this is the news you can use, ladies. I'm going to be doing a story about thermography coming up, and I keep saying shame on me because I haven't had a mammogram in years. So annual mammograms or ultrasounds or thermography, very important, and then getting the annual pap smears, doing your annual test, because again, they were able to catch that early, so that's good news. This is our latest recall, right? We talk about a lot of these. Frozen meatballs. Do you shop at Aldi's? If so, you might want to check your freezer. Frozen meatballs sold there are recalled for potential metal contamination. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said Rosina Food Products recalled close to 10,000 pounds of ready-to-eat frozen meatball products sold as Bremer family size Italian-style meatballs. The 32-ounce package contains about 64 each. The best buy date is October 30th of this year. They were produced July 30th of last year, and they have timestamps between 1708 and 1820 printed on the package label. No confirmed reports of injuries. That's the good news, but they were shipped to Aldi supermarket locations all across the country, so anyone who may have purchased the meatballs can return them to the store or discard them altogether. So again, keep an eye on the image you see on the screen right now. If you've got those, toss them or take them back to Aldi's for a refund. I love doing health news that you can use. Heart-healthy grocery swaps, okay? These are some ideas for you to help fight inflammation, which a lot of people talk about. Dietitians say a heart-healthy diet is also an anti-inflammatory diet. Grocery shopping, key part of maintaining a heart-healthy diet. So you should watch your sugars, focus on fiber and healthy fats, limit added sugar, read labels, that's a necessary step. So here's some swaps to consider. For those looking to satisfy a sweet tooth, walnut or almond butters, figs and dates are good options. And in the chip aisle, black bean chips made with sunflower oil or corn tortilla chips made with avocado oil offer more fiber. And then, of course, look for products with 3 grams of fiber or more per serving. Salsa, by the way, can also be used in place of salad dressing. That is one of my favorite swaps that I've ever taught my clients that I personal train. All right, here's a crazy story. Can you imagine your mother kissing you goodnight and going out to go shopping and then not appearing again for 25 years? She's alive and well, folks. This woman right here, a mother that went missing in 2001, was just found alive and well. She is a mother from North Carolina. She went Christmas shopping 24 years ago, disappeared, but was found alive. She does not want to be contacted by family, according to authorities. This is crazy story of the day. The woman, Michelle Hundley Smith, has been found alive and well in an undisclosed part of North Carolina. Investigators with the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office confirmed this. At her request, her current whereabouts will remain undisclosed. Her family's been notified that she's been located and informed of the request as well. She was 38 when she left her Greensboro area home on December 9th, 2001. Now, there's so much to this story. I'm going to take this and drop it in the comment section for you because this is one of those scratch your head stories of, are you kidding me? I just can't imagine. It's frustrating actually to me as well. We're going to go to a viral story. This baby monkey that unfortunately was abandoned by its mother clings to this. Look, come on, it's so adorable. A stuffed toy winning hearts all over the world. The monkey's name is Punch, a 6-month-old Japanese Japanese monkey that was abandoned by his mother at birth, but keepers at the zoo in Japan stepped in to care for him day and night. The little monkey was given a stuffed orangutan toy as a surrogate mother, and it quickly became his best friend. He loves to cuddle and play with the plush. Without a mother, he struggled to fit in with the other monkeys at the zoo. He was a little weary of them at first and frequently played by himself, finding comfort in his stuffed friend. But he's now slowly making friends with the rest of the monkeys. His story's gone viral with many people both on and offline cheering him on. The small zoo's been overwhelmed by visitors in recent weeks, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the little monkey and his plush toy. Come on, that's my favorite story of the day. All right, National Day of Calendar. Just a couple of things. We were just talking about salsa, so maybe grab some and then eat your chips. It's National Tortilla Tortilla Chip Day, and it is National Trading Card Day. So if you have those, there you go. And then in sports news, we don't have the Blues in action until Thursday night against the Kraken, but the Billikens, they are close to wrapping up their season. They are in town playing against, it's the Billikens against Dayton tonight, the Flyers. They are playing at 6 p.m. Then they have a game Saturday, and I'm going to go to the game next Wednesday. That's their last game of the season against Loyola. Tonight's game again will be at 6 p.m. All right, we were just talking about monkeys, and you heard me say dog a couple times because I'm always talking dogs. We're going to talk dogs today, and we actually are bringing dogs on set. Stray Paws Rescue, a 501c3 nonprofit, primarily foster-based dog rescue serving the St. Louis metro area. And get this, since January 1st of this year, they've taken in 98 animals, including 18 litters of puppies. They believe it's their moral responsibility to protect and improve the lives of rescued animals and place them in loving and permanent homes. They operate with just 3 paid kennel workers and an incredible volunteer team, relying almost entirely on you, donations, fundraising, because adoption fees barely cover the vetting cost. So right now they're raising funds to improve their small facility so they can safely save even more lives. If you've never heard of them, that's why I'm bringing them in today. We're going to talk with the president, Linda Roever. She is going to be my guest, and I'm excited about this. We've got dogs that will be on set. Are you ready for it? I know I am. So don't go anywhere. Our feature today on Stray Paws comes up next.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
The world needs to be more positive.
Yep.
You know, the world, and I'm spreading positivity with my air fresheners. So,
You and I both,
yes.
sir.
Sadly, I wasn't aware of the Monica Adams show until recently, and was I missing out?
I'm definitely going to turn this on in the mornings on our TV.
She's helping people to understand their value. She's helping women to transform their lives.
From the minute that we walked in, I felt just really comfortable and at home here.
You are always a ray of sunshine and positivity.
Thank you for what you do. I love this whole thing that you're doing.
It's good news. It's great news. It's uplifting and empowering.
But you were engaged, and I love that. So thank you so much.
Monica's show, it's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough.
It really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
You know, I've been in TV and radio for a long time, and they always say you never know what's going to happen when you have dogs or kids on set. We're just going to show you. First of all, Linda, as I mentioned, Linda Roever is the president of Stray Paws Rescue. Good morning. We've got 2 babies on set with us. There we go. Oh, I know I'm not going to talk to you because I'm going to bother you. Uh-oh, now we got one crying. So we're going to talk about Stray Paws Rescue, and we're going to talk about these babies and other stories of animals and hope. That's what we want, is for a community that they need help from you. So first of all, Linda, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So when was Stray Paws first founded?
Actually, we were founded in 2015, and we have just evolved continually. As the years have gone on, we've gone from a totally foster-based rescue to we have a small shelter now that we bring in dogs that are going to be euthanized or abandoned or, that need medical attention.
Absolutely.
So we have just grown and we're saving a lot of animals. Just since January 1st, we've saved over 100 dogs.
We were talking like 98 or just since January of this year is what we're talking about. Don't go on the table. It's like I want some water. All right, let's talk about these 2, and then we'll talk about some of the other animals.
Well,
so who do we have in here today?
This is Aloe. Aloe came from Steele, Missouri. She was with, we went down to get a mom and puppies, and she just happened to be a little tag along, so she got to come too.
She is so fun. Okay, so I've been playing with her this morning since she first came in. She wants to get at the puppy in your lap. That's only 4 weeks old, is that right?
Actually, yes. This one's about 4.5 weeks old. This is Rory, and his mom's name is Rowan, and she was found.
Don't jump.
Here, come.
Okay, seriously, when we say this, we mean this. You never know with animals. So one of the things that Linda told me was that Aloe is a Velcro baby, and you can see that.
Yeah, she wants to be
but
on your
so
lap
sweet.
all the time. Yeah.
Do we know how old she is?
We think she's probably around 3.
Hi.
And this one is heartworm positive.
Okay.
Which is a lot of the dogs that we're bringing in are heartworm positive, so they all have to have their, go through treatments. But we've had such good success with that. We've never lost
Don't
any
eat
of
the
them.
cord. This is going to be one of my favorite shows. Yeah. Okay, Aloe. And Aloe, one of the things you just mentioned that I want to stress when we talk about helping rescues, the amount of money that it takes to bring them in and then to take them into the vet and hope that there's nothing wrong with them. Many times it is, unfortunately, heartworms, and that is very expensive to treat, right?
Correct. We've really kind of streamlined our process with trying to work with different pharmaceutical companies to get our shots and stuff a little cheaper, but it is still very expensive, yes. And and then we have other dogs that we had one came in this past year, I guess probably December, that was shot.
Oh,
and the
no.
bullet traveled through her body.
Oh, my gosh.
And thanks to Summit Jewelers, who is a huge sponsor
Yes,
of ours.
absolutely.
They paid for her vetting and was $16,000.
Oh my gosh.
Just to vet one dog.
And this is what I want you all to understand. Once again, if you are just tuning in, we're talking about Stray Paws Rescue, and maybe you've never heard of them before, and this is why I wanted to bring them in. They also have a gala that's coming up that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. But when you think about these rescues, you never know what their story was. And then you come in and you're looking to adopt them and you start to read about some of the things that they've overcome. Can't even imagine. But a lot of the dogs that are found in abandoned buildings and then farms and out on the streets that they were living on until someone like you is able to bring them in. But it is very costly, and the only way they can survive is by the help, obviously, of the community. These are just 2. How many do you currently have at your shelter?
At the shelter, we have 2 litters of puppies, and we have actually we have 3 litters of puppies, and another one came in yesterday from Oklahoma. So we have 4 litters of puppies, and we have 12 dogs in their pens.
Oh, goodness.
So that's just in the shelter.
Right.
In our rescue, we have over 200.
Yeah. Again, and this is the need. We're going to look through some pictures as we're talking with Linda of some of the dogs. If someone is looking today and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so interested in this one or that one, what's the best bet of going about? And I know there's different ways. It can be that you're looking to adopt, but it is never the same day adoption. You want to make sure that that is a fit. So what is the process for that? Or maybe someone wants to foster.
Well, you go to straypawsrescue.com and you can, that way you can go to all the different venues. You can either fill out a foster application if you'd like to foster, or you can go to Adoptable Dogs and pick out a dog that you might be interested in adopting.
Again, straypawsrescue.com. I know, Rory, we're going to get you adopted. Again, rescues, and you were just saying as far as how far you go to get rescues, across 11 different states?
We do.
Yeah, so far and wide. So when you, I mean, again, we've featured a lot of different rescues on the show over the years, but I don't think a lot of people understand where you get notified, who's notifying the animals that need to be taken in. And there's also other things that make Stray Paws very unique in your aspect of rescue. So let me ask that first question back again. Where do you find these?
Well, we have a lot of people that network on Facebook, things like that.
Don't smash your brother.
Or we have animal controls that will message us and say, you know, because animal controls sometimes have to euthanize for space.
Yes.
They'll say, hey, we got this dog that only has a few more days or a few more weeks, or could you possibly help? Then we will go in, and that's why we put the shelter together, was because being just foster-based, if we didn't have a foster, we couldn't help.
Right.
So we put the shelter together so we could pull those dogs so they wouldn't be euthanized. And so that's where we get those. We get them from animal control. We get them from a lot of people that network dogs on Facebook. And they'll say, can you help with this? Can you help with that? And it's just unbelievable. It just and all the rescues are full right now, and it isn't stopping.
That is the thing that we always hear. We started a show called Positive Talk Time a couple of years ago, and we talked with Jessica Cook from Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, and she always talks about how all the rescues work together. But one rescue will get called and ask, "Can you take it in?" And then they'll call another one like, "We're maxed out. We're maxed out." But you're saying they all are.
Oh, everybody is. Yeah. You know, even the like the big ones, Stray Rescue and them, they're all maxed out too. Yeah. And unfortunately, county animal control, they're constantly trying to move theirs out, and everybody is doing the best they can.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Unless people start spaying and neutering their animals.
Bob Barker said it after every show on The Price is Right, and people are not listening. It needs to be done. Well, it's also the fact, and I put it in the hashtag in the story that we used to tease Linda coming up. It's all about adopt, don't shop.
Right.
And then, you'll be pulling up into a grocery store parking lot, and you'll see the signs of what some of these stores are doing and where they're getting these animals from. Can you address that?
Not really. I mean, you mean as far as like...
Just that I don't think people understand when they're wanting to get a dog and they're thinking of a specific breed, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go buy from a breeder. And they're not vetted, and you don't know what's happening.
They're not. And, we've had a lot of people that have gone and they've spent thousands of dollars on a dog only to get sick later on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bash out any of the pet stores or the breeders, because there are some good breeders, but it's just like there's so many dogs, so many good dogs, like this one and
Absolutely.
this one, that would love to have a home.
Well, and that's the reason I wanted. I mean, look, we're doing a show, and these dogs are. First of all, they're yawning like Monica. It's early, but look how behaved they're being. They're sweet. Again, you find the personality that fits you. I mentioned earlier. Again, if you're just tuning in, Linda is the president of Stray Paws Rescue. I mentioned that you will not do same-day adoption. So someone might be looking right now, going, "Oh, Ella's so cute. Oh, Rory's so cute. I want to adopt them today." You won't. Tell them why.
No, we won't, because we want to make sure that all of our dogs are going to great homes that are going to be really good fits. And so what we do is, on the application is references, which we call your vet, if you have another dog, to make sure your dog is up to date on shots and is spayed or neutered, because we do not adopt to an altered home. And then we go when we do a home visit. And we make sure that this is a good fit for the dog, and make sure if they have a resident dog that this is a good fit for their dog too, and their dog's not going to be stressed out. Now, even with all of that, we still get returns.
You do. Yeah. That's the thing that unfortunately we hear. We're looking at several of the dogs that are available as you're looking through this. And if it is not your time, maybe you can pass this show along to your followers, your family, your friends. That's the whole thing, that as a community, we get the word out about all of these animals that are needing a good home. If it's not their time to adopt, though, Linda, maybe they can foster.
Absolutely.
So you've got a great fostering program where you take care of everything for them. So if they want to do that, and I know a lot of people are like, I'm afraid to do that though, Linda, because I'm going to be a foster fail.
Well, yeah, that's happened to all of us.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, you can't help but fall in love with them. And then, but yeah, we have a great foster program where we provide all the vetting. We pay for all of that. We pay for the food, any kind of supplies that they need, any special things that they need. We provide all of that.
And I know you're all thinking, oh, but it's going to happen. I'm going to be a foster fail. Maybe not. Maybe you realize what you're doing, because these shelters need your help in that respect. And if you can just stay strong and you can say, I'm just having them here and getting them ready for, you're also helping out, because they get so stressed out when they're in shelters. But you do stress on your website. Again, it's straypawsrescue.com. You do not have these animals, because some people think, oh, what's happening? Are they all smashed together? Is it, kennel upon kennel? No. And not at all. You give them a lot of space.
We do. We have a really, I guess probably a lot of people probably don't remember, but back in 2022, we were the rescue that had the flash flood.
Yes.
And lost 10 puppies. And so as we moved forward, we had an idea that no one would ever be in a crate again. Everyone would be in their 4x6 pens. We have 12 pens, and no one ever goes into a crate.
I love that.
And we have whelping rooms where our moms go in and they have their own suite. And so
checking into the hotel.
So when we rebuild, we rebuild to the fact that this is going to be where they're comfortable, and it's bright and cheery, and it's very clean. And we have great volunteers, and we have a few people that are paid workers, and they're awesome too. And they take them outside. They do yard time. They go out on meet and greets. On Saturdays is our out day. People come in, our volunteers come in and take the dogs on outings. So they can go and they get a pup
Socialize.
cup.
Yeah.
And they
get a pup cup?
They get a pup cup, yeah. They go to, Starbucks. Oh, sorry about that. They go somewhere to get a pup cup, and they take them to a park. Some ladies walk them like 3 miles sometimes to give them exercise, just to get them out of the rescue. And but they're very well taken care of. Very well taken care of.
And that's what you want, right? So as they are with Stray Paws, you know that they're getting the training that they need, they're getting the socialization that they need, getting them ready for their forever home, which is ultimately what we're wanting. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You are being so good. You had hiccups even.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. So we're talking about Aloe, and we're talking about Rory. If you didn't hear their stories, can you find their stories associated with them on your website?
A
little bit of them, or no?
A little
just
bit.
The pictures?
Yeah, just some pictures, and maybe their bio, telling about them and who they are. This one's not ready yet.
No, I was going to say, so normally how old do you have them before they get adopted out? Like
8 weeks.
8 weeks? Okay, so that one's only 4 weeks right now, but so very cute. Puppy eyes and puppy breath. There's nothing better than puppy breath. Look at that love. Oh my gosh. All right, again, our feature on Stray Paws Rescue. Right now, as we go to the break, you can check out all the dogs that are available, straypawsrescue.com. If you have any questions, any comments about these babies, feel free to drop it in, because we love the interaction on the show. Don't go anywhere.
We can help in that year. We want it right there. 25, 25, 25, 25. We're some big money tonight. We're going to keep going. Let's go 5. Who wants to go? Sold for $2,000. I love it, don't you? It's 886. Look, it is getting hot here. Where's Nellie? 8,500 Nellie, 1986. 86. 85 is what she has it at. 86. 85 going once. 8,500 going twice. 8,600 he says. She's like, come on, go fast. 87. I need 87. Lift it up. Let's do this. 87. 86. All right, we're gonna do it again. $8,600 going once. Does anybody believe the game is done? I didn't think so. I didn't think so either. 87. How about 88? 8,800. She has it for 87. We're gonna do it again. 87 going once. Oh, look at this. He put it down. He might have it. 8,700 going twice to her. She's got it for $8,700. We're going 64. He's talking to his buddies. 64? Oh, he said, I think she, unless somebody else wants to jump in the game over here. 63, we're looking for 64. I'm gonna go 63 once. Do you think the girls have it, or the guy's gonna steal it away? 63 twice, they say the girls have it. 63 twice. The girls have it! Congratulations. I can feel it, yep. All right, $1,900. He's like, nope, make it work for it. How about 2,000? Keep talking. He says yes. He says yes. You want to have a game? Yes. Invite us all over for Super Bowl and have that sound bar. Twice. All right, that was it. Congratulations. Right there, $10,000. Make sure that I say your number. 178 at the $2,500 level. Who else can get the $2,500? Let's hope these babies out.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. If you're just tuned in, it's real when we have animals on set and babies on set. You never know what they're going to do. I will tell you what, though. These two are being so well behaved. Linda Roever is the president of Stray Paws Rescue, and I want you to go to the website, straypawsrescue.com. Today in studio, we are graced with Rory and Aloe, and Zach and I were both laughing because Aloe's being so good, but continuing to turn around and smash Rory, and Rory's little paws keep going like, stop. These are just two of the dogs that are available for you. We were talking a little bit about their stories, but if you are just tuning in, I'm going to look at your comments, any questions that you have, as well as we tell the stories. So Rory's not available just yet because Rory's only 4 weeks old. So by 8 weeks is when they are able to adopt out. But Aloe's available.
Actually, Aloe is available for foster to adopt because Aloe has to go through heartworm treatments, and that's about a 4 to 5 month treatment.
Okay.
So once she's finished, though, she'll be available to adopt, and hopefully her people who are fostering her will adopt her because she is a wonderful dog.
She really is. I mean, she came in and she's so playful and so unbelievably sweet. Okay, let's see some comments here. Rose says, Linda, we have a place in southeast Missouri rural area. I'm so tired of all these people who have dogs on their property, no shots, skinny, flea, tick bitten. There's no recourse for any dog owner. They come up to our property. We've taken in 2. They're so grateful, but I can't save all of them. These strays keep breeding and living under trailers left outside. The shelters are overcrowded. It's so sad. And you hear that over and over again, right?
Over and over. And that's where these guys came from, somewhere like that, where they're just, either people are dumping the dogs and they start having litter after litter, and then it gets to be a huge problem.
Right.
And there are so many wonderful people out there that are trying to help these animals in those situations down in southeast Missouri, down around the Rolla area and all that. They're doing everything they can, but it's just so limited, you know.
So I remember when I was in radio, I remember the Humane Society talking about Missouri being the puppy mill capital. Still have that title?
Yeah, we still do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and we can't get any kind of laws with any teeth that will limit, how people take care of dogs. The fact that you're required to spay and neuter, as in like Canada right now, it's a fine if your dog isn't spayed or neutered. We need something like that.
What do you think it's going to take for that to happen?
Just a lot of changes in legislation.
Yeah, we need somebody
a
new.
big push for that, and we can't seem to get it to happen.
Again, so until that does, it's all about what can we do to help. So obviously be aware and alert the shelters. They're going to do everything that they can. A lot of them, again, though, dealing with the fact that it is overcrowded. And so then they're going to contact another shelter saying, can you take an animal in? Doing all that they possibly can. So what would you say that makes Stray Paws stand out as being more unique?
I think Stray Paws is one of the rescues, along with I'm sure others, that take the big medical cases, like Shayna, who was shot. And I'm sure you've seen our dog, the one who, why her name is escaping me. But then we have Harvey, who we got out of Texas, who had to have a double amputee, and now he is on a wheelchair. Then we have the other one, and God, this is old age here. We had to have her whole face reconstructed.
Yeah.
And these are all, and a lot of times a lot of the people will reach out to us because of that, because we never hardly say no.
Yeah, right.
And that's why they don't let me answer the phone much too.
We'll take all the dogs. They're at Linda's house.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned at the very beginning, what? You got sleepy eyes and I'm so interested. You mentioned at the beginning the aspect of the help that is needed, but also, the volunteer aspect. But as far as what you actually have, how many people work with you, and do you need others to possibly come on board?
Absolutely. We have a lot of volunteers that come to the shelter and help work, help walk the dogs, clean, things like that. Our biggest need, of course, is fosters.
Fosters, okay.
Because I'm kind of, okay, yeah, we're a little strapped in. We have a lot of vet bills that we have to pay. But if we can find a foster for a dog, I have no problem saving that dog. It's just we can't put any more in the shelter because all the pens are full right now.
Yeah.
And all the rooms are full. There was a pregnant mama the other day that what they were trying to pull, and both whelping rooms have mom and puppies in them. And I can't pull another one because I have nowhere to put it. But if we have fosters, those are the ones that save the lives.
So again, if you don't think that your role is imperative, it is. If you can foster, if you can open up your home, again, they take care of everything. You're just bringing them in. And I saw Rose's, or somebody made the comment earlier that Adelaide and Tessa need a brother or sister. They have a brother. His name is Opus. I have 3 dogs. Jim would get so mad at me if I brought home another one. But this is the thing, and I mentioned it earlier, Linda, some people grow up and they like a particular breed, and so all they've ever known was getting a dog from a breeder.
Right.
They've never walked into a shelter and realized how many incredible dogs there are. And I will say, my husband's one of them. He was like, oh, I've never had a mixed breed dog before. I've never adopted before. They always had Boston Terriers growing up. For me, it's all we ever knew was adopting. So it really is just an education.
It is.
And
really,
knowing that there are many purebreds that are at rescues.
Yes, they are. And we get, what they call breeder releases. There's a lot of the rescues that team up with the breeders, and at a certain point, those breeders will release the animals because they can't breed them anymore, or they can't move them for some reason. But yeah, we do. A lot of times we get Shih Tzus, we get Boston Terriers, it's just kind of random. But our big thing is we of course have a lot of pits.
Yeah, I was just going to say, but I was just getting ready to get into the bully breeds. You do a lot of education with that, though, also.
Yes. Yeah. As a matter of fact, when we have a couple of girls that are working at the rescue right now that are dog trainers. So, one of the things that we stress is, make sure we know this breed, make sure we know what their issues are, make sure that if they don't like kids, we know they don't like kids.
Exactly.
If they don't like another dog, we know they don't like another dog, and we can place them accordingly.
Well, because again, that's the reason why Linda was mentioning that they don't just say, oh, okay, you want the dog here, you can go adopt the dog.
Right.
You don't want them to be returned. That is the greatest thing that we have heard over and over and over again, is trying to find that home that will understand you are adopting them. It is not I get tired of it, let's return the dog. I will never understand that mentality. And again, I'm not doing the shame on you, but it's just educating you. And if it's not a forever, then please don't put them through that.
Correct. I mean, we've had dogs that come back as early as 4 days, sometimes overnight. And we do our due diligence with trying to make sure that they are, it's a good fit for them and the family understands everything about it. You know, you have a puppy, the puppy's going to nip.
Absolutely.
And that's called training. and it's like, well, it's, you know, it's nipping the kids or it's doing this. Well, it will stop. It just has to get through that, you know, and then they go through the adolescent stage where they're into everything, just like a teenager.
Yes.
And this is all a process.
Linda, I don't know what, again, I've never understood the mindset, but when you are ready, and maybe that's the thing that you have to understand is you've got to be ready, but it's not just you, it's the kids, it's everybody in that home.
Right.
And then if you've got people that are visiting, you know, and if you don't think that they're interacting well, then
No.
put them in another room. It's just, you've got to take that better responsibility because again, it really does need to come to an end. You're being so good. Okay, we talked about, Linda, there is a gala that's coming up and I'm so
Absolutely.
excited to be doing the auction. This is your first ever, right?
Yes, ever.
So let's talk about when it is, where it's going to be held.
Okay, it is March 14th, and it's going to be held at the Sheraton at Westport.
Okay, and then what's going to take place that night?
That night, we were going to have a formal dinner. It'll be an open bar. We'll have a live auction, and we will also have the silent auction items that you can bid on. And all of this goes to, we are trying to expand our shelter. We're trying to make it bigger so we can take in more dogs.
Sure. Your your current shelter is located where? In
St. Peter's.
So
Yeah.
again, this is a night to celebrate second chances. And you know, we've been talking a lot about dogs, but we see that on the flyer itself. We can't forget about cats.
We do have cats too,
Yes.
yes, but they're all in foster homes.
They are all in foster homes, okay.
Yeah, we used to have a cat room, but the flood took care of that. And so when we rebuild, we decided that we would put the cats all in foster homes. And we would put the dogs in the shelter. But we do have cats, and we take care of them because they tell us cats' lives matter.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, I'm such a big dog lover. I'm an animal lover, period.
Yeah.
But I've always had dogs. But I don't ever want to forget about the cat people. So, yes, they do have cats, but they're in foster homes. So you just check in with them. Yes, I hope you all remember I was at Channel 5 when that story happened in 2022.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely devastating. But we were all so invested in the story. And what can we do? The community really did come out.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable, the response we got from the community. I mean, as far as monetary donations, companies coming in, and actually, we had to make the decision then, do we shut this building down?
Right.
And walk away, or do we rebuild?
Yeah.
And we just could not let the puppies, you know, die. So we decided that we were going to rebuild, but we had so many companies, you know, and can I tell you who they are?
Yes.
Subaru,
Stepped up big time?
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
Love it.
Yeah, and Subaru, and there was some other companies like. Okay, you leave this puppy alone.
Do you want me
leave
to
the puppy alone?
Do you think Rory will come to me?
Yeah, you can take Rory because she's being a little brat. Here, leave Rory alone.
Don't smash the puppy. Yay,
Yeah,
I get a
but-
puppy.
Well, and of course, we had Summit Jeweler, who
Yes.
has always been a huge support of ours.
And so this is actually, I just want to say to everybody, Summit Jewelry is where this all came about because I met them at the KRSTL Gala that I was auctioneering.
Correct,
And
yeah.
they were talking to me and saying, you know, at some point we're going to have a gala and we want you to do the auctioneering. That was a couple years ago. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy and so proud to be a part of this, wanting to raise some big money. Can you give us a little inside of like maybe what can we expect in the live auction? Do you know the packages?
Actually, I know there's the live auction. There's a week. We had a week of a condo in Panama City Beach donated.
Okay.
2 weeks, so it will be 2 of them.
Okay.
We have a pilot who has offered to fly, do some kind of a tour around St. Louis or probably the outlying areas and stuff. I think I know there possibly a trip to Vegas, and I can't remember the other ones
No,
actually.
but no, absolutely. So great live auction items as well as silent auction items, opportunities. If you can't come to the event, again, donations are always what is needed and obviously welcome. How much are tickets for the gala?
The tickets are $200. for the seat. If you do a table, it's a table of 10. It's $1,800.
Okay. So again, if we've got businesses that can help out, straypawsrescue.com/donate, though if you cannot get there, sometimes people are looking for really great birthday or anniversary gifts and looking for something unique. Get them a ticket or get them a table and have them bring family and friends along. Again, this is their first gala. Christy said yes. Say it louder for those in the back. Dogs are family, not a possession that you throw away. Amen to that. Rose said, I hardly hear about Opus. He must be the quiet one. He is, but he's there. Yes. Let's see. Elo is so behaved. He's listening so closely. I think he's going to be a Monica's maniac. I'm so impressed. They both are. You've got to give them both major props. All right. I was looking through some of the pictures that Zach got ready, and I saw some pictures of dogs with firefighters.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we when we had the flood, we the firefighters that came in that morning when we were taking the dogs out of there, they were so wonderful. And even when we were rebuilding, they came and they helped us empty the building and fill up the dumpsters and everything because everything was destroyed. And we kind of got a good relationship with them. So we decided to do a calendar.
That's what I was wondering. I had a feeling that was a calendar.
Yeah.
Is this the St. Peter's firefighters?
That is, yeah.
Yeah?
That's the St. Peter's firefighters. Yep. And they're wonderful.
Absolutely. I know many of them from years ago. So thank you guys. We need a calendar with police officers though.
we could do that too. Yeah.
We need both. So again, if you're just tuning in, all the information that you need to know to take care of these babies is on straypawsrescue.com. The gala that's coming up again on March 14th that you can be a part of. Follow them also on social media, by the way, at Stray Paws Rescue St. Louis, St. Louis. Many babies, almost 100 just since January that they have had to rescue. And, you know, when we hear this and we get them adopted out, we always go, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And then all it is, well, good. It's made room for more.
One more. Yeah. And that's just like when you're fostering and you think, I can't give this dog up. Please know that there is one right behind it that needs a home.
Yes.
In order for us to save these animals, we need fosters really badly.
So fosters, I hope you've heard the message of the day. Foster, foster, foster. Looking at all of these babies, you have obviously the youngest right here, 4 weeks, but not able to be adopted until another 4 weeks from now. So if you are interested in this sweetheart, do you know what kind?
Actually, his mom is an Anatolian Shepherd mix. She decided to climb under a old tractor and have 10 babies when it was really super cold out. And so we went down and got her and her babies. And she now is, she's about ready to branch out and be a real dog. And she's about done with these babies. They're so big. They're all so, she has 10 of them. And they're so big that they can't all get in and nurse because they're too big. They flop over the top of her. And but she is a wonderful dog. She's big. She's a tall dog.
She's a tall dog,
but
yeah.
She's
she's available and her puppies?
Well, she gets to go to the vet tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to find out if she's heartworm positive.
Yeah.
And that's I think in 1 week we had 3 that tested positive.
It's an expensive treatment. They've had a chance to obviously get it down a little bit, but it's also such patience. I had a dog that was heartworm positive that we had adopted many, many, many years ago, and it's like she was young, 9 months maybe, and you're trying to keep them because they have to stay calm.
Yeah. Yes,
it's like
they do.
good luck
Yeah.
with a puppy, but
Yeah.
I mean that's what you have to do. Look at. Are you sleeping, Rory? Oh, did you hear that? Why did you wake me up? Go ahead. Bury yourself in there. So do you think that Rory will get about what size? Because people are always asking.
Oh, if we're basing it on his mom, I'm gonna say around 60 to 70 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I think they're gonna be big puppies. They're big puppies now, so I can't imagine that they're not gonna be good-sized dogs.
And I was told you can't base it on their paw size.
Yeah, that's true. A
I
lot
was
of people
told
say that.
it's actually,
We kind of look at their mother. She's tall, but she's super, super thin because trying to feed 10 babies right now. So we have to feed her 4 times a day.
Oh my!
Just to try to keep her weight on, and it's not helping much. But the vet's like, there's not much you're going to be able to do until she stops feeding 10 babies.
Right, exactly.
So now we're feeding them mush now, so they don't eat it quite as much. So they're on mush now 3 times a day.
What's mush?
It's when you take soft food and you
mush it
take
together?
formula, and you take some formula, and we put kibble in a grinder, a blender, and then you put it in there, and you make it to where it's easier for them to eat.
Oh, baby.
Because they don't have a full set of teeth yet.
Exactly.
So we put them on some mush, and maybe we could give her a break. So
Mama needs a break.
yeah,
And that's-
she's a great dog.
It's what they do, right? They eat, sleep, poop, repeat, repeat,
Yep.
repeat.
You know, and that's just like the puppies we just got from Oklahoma. Ended up breaking parvo while they were still up there.
Oh, wow.
So we had to put them into a vet's office up there. They just came in last night, and they've been there probably 6 weeks. But by the time they're finished with parvo and we have to make sure they're not shedding anymore, then they come in to the rescue, and now to find them a home.
So again, folks, if you've ever wondered what it's like to be able to run a rescue, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Does your phone ring off the hook like crazy?
All the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't even keep a charge.
But look at the smile on her face. You wouldn't
Yeah.
have it any other way, would you? Oh, well, hang on. She's like, maybe.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Well, you would have it this way.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have it any other way because you love to take care of them. But what she would have is spay and neuter your animals.
Please.
Right? Take
Yes.
care of them. You know, that's the biggest problem that we have is that all of these dogs are having babies and then they're outside and they're under steps and they're malnourished and it's just, it happens. And, you know, we just came up, well, I can't even imagine. You think up in the Northeast right now with all the weather that they're
Oh,
having,
wow, yeah.
right? So 3 feet of snow and there's animals that are out in that.
Outside. And there probably are out
Yeah,
there.
exactly. But then this is when the shelters come in and say, no, we've got to do everything that we can. I love how all of you shelters work together.
Yeah, and you know, during that really bad storm that we had a few
Yep.
weeks ago, I think we took in between 17 and 20 dogs out of
That they were all
there,
outside?
Missouri, and that were all outside.
Ugh.
And it was like, okay, where are we going now?
Right. Yep.
And see, we were trying to empty our building because we were afraid we'd lose our power. And so a lot of our wonderful volunteers stepped up and did temp fosters and just took them for the night or for 2 nights to make sure that everything was okay. And then some of them came back and we got lucky, a couple stuck. And that's what we're always hoping.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, it's an ongoing thing. And there are so many great people out there, networking dogs, trying to save these animals out there. These ladies work, they are always working. And there are places out there that could do the low-cost spay and neuter that if you talk to the right people, they'll pay for it.
Right.
Even. Like if we take a litter of puppies and they want to keep the mom, that's fine, but we're spaying her.
Absolutely.
You know, but we won't take the puppies unless you let us spay that dog.
Good.
So it's just, there's so many women out there that are working so hard to save these animals.
Well, keep doing the work. And for all of you, do us a favor. Take this show today. Share it with your family and friends. Let them know about the wonderful work that they're doing. Let them know about the gala that's coming up on March 14th. Again, if you can purchase tickets. If not, if you can donate. Is there a way? Because I know sometimes the auctions, they allow for people to do it from home.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think they're going to put all the auction items online. I
Okay,
think
good.
like a week before.
Yeah.
And so they can bid on it, and then of course it'll continue on the night of the gala.
Perfect. So there you go. You can play at home with us.
Yeah.
Again, if you know somebody that can foster, that's one of the greatest things, along with donations that they need. These babies, you can find out more about them on Stray Paws Rescue's website. Find out the one that is good for you. Go in, and then they'll do the home assessment, and then hopefully it's a forever pet for you. Again, please don't even have it in your mind of a thought that you can return them. All right, let's get these babies adopted out. You're so good. You both were so good today. Thank you, Aloe. Thank you, Rory. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So at the end of the show, we always bring a little faith in the devotional aspect. So we read from the books 100 Days to Freedom. Okay, so I'm going to let you pick. One is 100 Days to Freedom from Fear and Anxiety. One is shame. One is depression. One is anger. And then we have one that is healing. What are you feeling today?
I think fear and anxiety.
All right,
yeah.
fear and anxiety. And I believe that this is the last of 100 days, which means that we have finally completed a book. 100 Days to Freedom from Fear and Anxiety by Stephen Arterburn when we return.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Welcome back. Look, I have a little friend to read with me today. It's, that's a good thing too. Read to the animals, right? They love to hear your voice and the calming side of it all. I thought it was day 100. It's actually day 99. Anticipation, 100 Days to Freedom from Fear and Anxiety, our daily devotional, and it is story time with Rory. Rory, help me with this, okay? Oh, ready? Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a dream fulfilled is a tree of life. This is Proverbs 13, verse 12. So back in the 1970s, a ketchup commercial used Carly Simon's song Anticipation as the background music. She sang, "Anticipation is making me wait, keeping me waiting." Well, we all know what it's like to wait for ketchup to finally come out of the bottle. So the song fit perfectly. These animals know what it's like to be waiting for their forever home, right? Would that song be a good fit for the hopes and plans that you have for your life? Waiting and wondering how things will turn out can create all types of anxiety, right? Yes. This proverb states that waiting will make your heart sick. When you are hoping that something will turn out well, at the same time, you may be feeling fearful that it won't go the way that you expect. You may be anxiously awaiting the outcome of something big in your life. You're awaiting home, aren't you? This literally can make you sick. You can get so focused on what may or may not happen that you're always distracted with too much worry. Not everything we hope for will come to pass. We will learn how to accept that and then move on in our lives. Other blessings will take place that we weren't looking for, as well as a few dreams that do come true. That's all part of life, folks, right? Learning to accept that will help you manage your anxious heart. God's working all things for your good. Look forward to good things and recognize God's presence while you wait. So Elizabeth Elliot says, waiting on God requires the willingness to bear uncertainty, to carry within oneself the unanswered question, lifting the heart to God about it whenever it intrudes upon one's thoughts. So here's our prayer for today. Lord Jesus, I pray for patience in my time of waiting. I don't want to lose hope, which comes from trusting you. Help me to trust that you will work all things out for my good and for your glory. Amen. And let's get these babies to not be so anxious and to not anticipate when's that coming? When's my day coming? So we have one final day for our 100 Days to Freedom from Fear and Anxiety. Thank you, Rory. God bless you. Thank you, Aloe. Linda, thank you so much. Again, Stray Paws Rescue. Be sure to spread the word about the wonderful work that they're doing. Go to their website or follow them on social media. And if you can, come to the gala with us on March 14th. Again, Sheraton, Westport. So we're going to be there. We're going to raise some big money, and we'll, of course, do a follow-up. You guys are so good. You might be the two most well-behaved dogs we've ever had on set.
That's why they got picked.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what you're doing, Linda.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. And thank you again to Summit Jewelers for all of the work that you're doing as well to help them do the wonderful work that they do. Yes, all of you think that I'm taking this puppy home. I would get so much trouble. Tomorrow is a Wellness Wednesday, by the way. And then I do want to let you know we've got a couple of things coming up that I want you to mark your calendar for. What? We are going to be at Mary Tuttle's coming up on March 25th. Still waiting on Angela to let me know if it's going to be at 9:30 in the morning. I believe that's what we were going to do, but I'll let you know for sure. Just for right now, do me a favor and save the date. Mary Tuttle's Art of Living, located again on Baxter Road in Chesterfield, also affiliated with Amelia's. So if you're looking for some beautiful fresh flowers, or you are looking for some of the best gifts that you could possibly get for your family, for your friends, maybe for a coworker, they have some of the most beautiful items. I took all this video right around Valentine's Day, so some of it's going to be gone already because people were able to go in and get it for their loved ones around the heart holiday. Now they're bringing in all the stuff for spring and summer. It is truly a beautiful place. It's a wow place. My sister-in-law, my husband, my mom went with me when I was shooting this footage, and they all collectively said, this store is amazing. Have you ever been there, by the way?
No.
Oh, you got to go. Mary Tuttle's, again, coming up on March 25th. That is one of our mobile Monicas, and we're going to do a really cool business spotlight, on divine longevity and wellness. Dr. John Arshadi, looking forward to having him on. He will be on with us coming up in March, and then we're going to go on set and we're going to show you all the wonderful work that he does. Very popular with weight loss as well as hormone replacement therapy, esthetician work, and this really cool bicycle that I cannot wait to get on. That's red light therapy with biking, right? He's the only one in the area that I know that is doing that. So Divine Longevity and Wellness, also located, by the way, in Chesterfield. All right, you ready? You ready to go bye-bye? Okay, thank you all so very much. Again, tomorrow it's all going to be me and you together on a Wellness Wednesday. We look forward to connecting you. Cindy said, love the work of these rescues. Thank you for all you do. That is a perfect way for us to wrap up. Thank you for the kindness that they have, and thank you for the kindness that you show them. God bless you all. We'll see you in the morning.